All right, the title of this video is Protect Your Dream, and it's going to tie into, I want to talk about this young rapper, Mr. Young Greatness, that died in New Orleans outside of a Waffle House at 1:35 a.m. Now, that's according to the New Orleans Police Department. I don't know if it was a dispute. I'm pretty sure it was. A lot of people said it was a setup, as you want to say, and maybe, people that he grew up around with and just individuals that he associated himself with on his peak of his career. And it was just an interesting video I seen on Vlad TV. Now, Vlad, they interviewed him 2 years ago, and they were just saying that, like, hey, you an upcoming rapper, you're making success. And this is in 2015 when he had a new song called Moolah. And I heard of it one time, but Moolah, it was like, I guess, a great song, man. It would hit the billboards on 85 on the charts, according to the 100 top 10 songs in that particular era. And he had 30 million views on YouTube. So, I mean, it was really increasing, man. It was a decent video. This dude was just making out of the hood. He was 34 years old when he got killed. And at this time, he was 32 years old. They interviewed him. And what struck me was that they compared the interview in the Vice with Lil Boosie. Lil Boosie was saying, like, hey, if you're a local rapper or if you're in some type of entertainment industry and you are scaling up into the ranks, it's imperative that you have to move. You have to move, okay? Now, because you got people in your city that loves you, but at the same time hates you. They hate when you succeed, and they hate when you surpass them and do better than them, right? And once you're hitting that level, you're making connections with Quality Control, Music Records, Rostrum Records. You signed to Def Jam. I mean, all that's going to be displayed in the media because this is great and this is amazing. You're getting international support and world support. So, you got people that's struggling, that's trying to make music every single day, but they don't look at the hard work or the necessary connections, and they may think they're more talented than you. So if you don't move out, you still staying in your hometown. I can see if it's like a good suburban area, okay, maybe you at a low risk of people trying to, take your life away. But, people know you, you're in the clubs, I mean, you build that niche. It's time for you to move somewhere else, so where it's a little bit more safer and you can control and be, very laser focused on your music, because this is a huge multi-million-dollar industry. You got the people who own the music companies, man. I mean, they care about you, but at the same time, they're gonna always be protected. They just want to, use you so they can continue to make more revenue and you can, fulfill your life, going on tour, all these great things, man. And he was just saying that you have to move. He telling to all local rappers. There's been so many rappers like Lil Snoop, all down the whole 9 yards, man, that was signed to Meek Mill and other big entertainers, decided to stay in their hometown, try to, flex, flaunt, or they said they got aunties, they got grandmothers there, and they just stay there. And next thing you know, 9 times out of 10, they get shot and killed because of jealousy and the crabs in the barrel. And this is the type of era that we live in here in the black community, man. It's not, really wasn't always united. And I just feel like, with Mr. Young Greatness, it was sad. He's 34 years old. He just signed, I want to say, to Quality Control Music. He's doing bigger things, getting interviews. And me, I never really heard of him, but I just thought this was an interesting story because you can be chilling anywhere in your hometown. He stated that in the Vlad TV in 2016 interview that, well, listen, I got friends, I got family here, I got my daughters here. I mean, I just can't sit up here and make that huge transition, just move them out because of people have a negative expectancy of me. I mean, they don't really care about my hustle. I mean, listen, I got my gun, I got this and that. I'm gonna protect myself. I'm not gonna let no man. I only fear God, which is important, which I totally agree. No man should have no fear in other man because they don't have the control to, put your body into hell or heaven. So only God can. They only can just kill your body, and we only in this flesh for a temporary time. But at the same time, you still have to use logical reasoning. I just think that if you're getting all this attention and you want to live at least a decent long life, you're going to have to change your surroundings. And I want to say this, like, as young brothers, you're protecting your dream. If you want to be a historian, you want to be a professor, I mean, it's good to tell them what you want to do, but everybody's not here for your best interest. My grandmother said, always accomplish things, then you tell them. Because if you tell them when you already accomplished it, they can't take nothing away from you. I mean, they just, hey, you're already in a safe spot, you already completed it, and they they can't easily discourage you. And that's the whole purpose of that, because people will, smile in your face and talk bad about you behind your backs. I mean, this is how it is. They will talk about you when you don't have nothing, so they can stir some type of conversation to make themselves a little bit better, thinking they're doing something in life, but they're not. But as soon as you start doing great, you getting better than them, you exceeding expectations, and here they come. Now they want to expect you to do something for them. They can start bringing up the guilt factor on you, like, oh well, you need to come back and do things for the community. Now I'm not giving that wrong. I believe that if you feel like you're obligated to give back to the community, that's cool. But I won't live in an environment that doesn't care about my grind. Okay, it's just all seek for self. It's like a dog eat dog world, man. And Mr. Young Greatness, say people that I just like I guess a friend that I met earlier last year just got killed this year. So, and he was an inspiring rapper, man. I mean, if you have these inspirations and stuff like that, I don't know what he did or type of relationships he created while he was making his music. But man, you really have to keep your circle small. I keep preaching this into every single video, because young brothers like this, greatness, got a family, you got legacy to pull behind, man. And you're trying to make ends meet, or you do even better. So create something for the next generation. Now they're gonna grow up with no father. And I think this goes back into my other video of the broken family structure. We really have to reverse that and fix that, man. But I want to say, what Mr. Young Greatness, condolences to you, man. Other rappers, be safe. Just be humble. Don't try to create any type of unnecessary drama. Don't be something that you're not. I think that's what it comes down to. I think in the music industry, we kind of respect beefs and all that stuff so you can get notoriety. But if that's not you, then just don't do that. You don't have to sell out to be something. People gonna always discover you based on your content, your works. And then I just feel like it's appropriate, once you get that amount of success, is to move into a nice area. That's just it. I know some people might be offended with that, but that's just how I feel. And I think until we change this narrative and this mentality, it's going to be a continuation of black people moving out their hood. And then you'll be wondering why is nothing getting done. It's just, as black men, we're really at an attack right now. As black men, we want to provide, but at the same time, we don't want to be killed by doing it. Then, we do things, work hard and do things outside of our work, and we got other races of people that's patronizing us, and we're going to gravitate towards that. But, some black women always labelize black men as weak. Black men don't want to do nothing. Black men don't want to provide. When we start doing that, it's like we're a threat, not even to our own people. So this is like a double standard we have to really fix, okay? So Young Greatness, I think the police department is really focusing on the suspects right now that really set it up for this young man to get killed outside the Waffle House. I'm really sure it's a setup, probably more than 2 or 3 people. So stay tuned for that. But this is all I want to say. Protect your dream, man. Protect your dream. Grind, work hard. Keep the Lord first. Don't tell everybody your business or your next move, what you're doing. Especially if you're in that surrounding area, because everybody's not here for your best interest, man. Do not please your friends. We're not in this world to please man, okay? So only pleasing the Father. But that's all I have to say on this, man. Protect the dream. Protect the dream. If you want to be a historian or professor, you got people saying, oh, why you want to do that? Because you want to. It's something you love, history. But then they discourage you and you don't want to do it anymore, so you start doing what they want you to do. So you always got to have an agenda and just stick to it, okay? Don't worry about how long it's going to take, because the time is going to complete itself anyway, with or without you. It's just all about your consistency and your positive mental attitude, the qualities of the Think and Grow Rich. That's important. So keep that in mind, guys. Protect the dream. Don't let anybody discourage you if it's something that's worthwhile. If you got to move out to a different state, man, to in another suburban area just to get things going, and allow your family members to understand, then so be it. Because at the end of the day, we all here for different paths and different goals, and we always got to accomplish something great and leave a mark on this earth. That's the whole purpose when getting up every single morning, every single day. Leave a mark. Leave a mark. What you have to do is just leave a mark. And once you do that, people gonna, you know, learn, understand, like, oh, my granddad did this, my great granddad did that, and then this will create a good source of inspiration. But it takes sacrifice, I feel like. But we just comfortable of our family members, we comfortable with people that we see on a day-to-day basis. But you gotta understand too, evaluate them, study human behavior. Are they jealous when you bring up your certain goals to them at the dinner table? Do they say little slick things about you? You know, are they talking behind your back? Okay, what's their mannerisms? You know, stuff like that. Are they counteractive? You know, so it's stubborn or hard to please. So I mean, you got to kind of understand these things so you won't be used in this world, because enviness connects to murder, and it's one of the most lowest human emotions ever. It really is. So that's all I have to say. You guys continue to like, comment, subscribe, protect the dreams. I'm out.